Hello everyone, it has been forever since I have done a Facebook Live, and so it's time for us to jump in and talk about this house behind me in an area called Mar Vista. Now what's important about Mar Vista is it's very close to Silicon Beach. That is an area that is extremely up and coming and has been for years in the Southern California area because there is so much employment here. And so we are looking at a property that is currently listed at $1.85 million. Now, it was originally listed at $1.5 million. Crazy. Why did it go up $350,000? Well, at $1.5 million, this house with its gigantic lot, about 10,000 square feet, and this tiny little house on a very nice block, as you can see. Big wide streets. There's some new construction down the block in this direction. Easy access points. It's quiet, blue skies, and these huge lots, which we will see from the back, got piles and piles of offers over asking price. So the owner said, I'm going to bump up the price way high and see if we can get that instead. And unfortunately, the offers that they have received fell out. So now they're looking at doing a price reduction, probably back to where the market should be. So my question for you today is, should this house be torn down or at least heavily renovated? Again, to give you a reference point, it is a 10,000 square foot lot with a tiny little starter home that is at $1.85 million and probably going to do a drop. So Jeffrey and Anna, thanks for tuning in. You can give me your opinion on what you think. So I want you to comment below. And everyone, as we walk through, tell me what you think about the rooms, the windows, the kitchen. Would you want to keep it that same way? Or would you want to heavily remodel it or tear it down completely? So share your opinions as we walk through. So I have got an investor friend, an interior designer, that is walking through this house with me. And so we might get to see her as we walk through. So here's the initial doorway, front tile. It's going to be a little bit dark. You can see it's really dated comparatively. So carpet, based on the age of the home, it may have hardwood floors underneath, probably the original fireplace. You get an idea of the windows. So the windows are not original to the house. They are a vinyl insert. You got some crown molding. The ceiling height is relatively decent. I'm 6 feet tall, so I always love to do this compared to the ceiling. So it looks like it's maybe 2 feet. And then here is our spacious and lovely, super modern kitchen. But it's big space, so galley style. I'm going to give you my opinion. I would tear this house apart and completely remodel it. So there could be this wall, depending on what you want to do with the chimney and fireplace space, you could do some opening up. You can see that the appliances are not new, the cabinets are not new, but you've got this big breakfast nook and then a dining room space. That is Sheila looking at some info. Sheila is our expert interior designer. But you've got this huge space, and again, this wall behind us could probably be opened up, which would make this room quite lovely. Now you're dealing with cabinet space, so you'd have some repositioning, but look at as we transition from the kitchen over to the living room, dining room space. Who doesn't love really attractive paneling? Very modern and hip. So this will take us to the back, more private section of the house. You do have a wet bar here as well, which is kind of a cool feature, at least to have the plumbing access in case you do want to renovate. And then hello, everyone. Here looks to be one of the big bedrooms. You can see into the neighbors, which is never a ton of fun. Gorgeous popcorn ceilings, little closet space, and then you do have a master bath, kind of, which is attached to the bedroom. 3/4 bath. So again, this house is at $1.85 million and dropping. I always love it. It's a kind of a telltale sign when you speak to the agent beforehand. Pretty blue. You speak to the agent beforehand and they say, we will look at any appropriate offers. Bring us anything. And to me, that is always a sign that they are extremely motivated and they're willing to wheel and deal. And so that is what we like to look for when we are doing some investing. Harlan, thanks for jumping in. Long time no speak, brother. So here is the second bedroom, small. I would guess probably a 10 by 10 or 11 by 11. Not a very big space. You can see that the carpet is a little stained there. This would be my guess is the mechanicals. So you can see at least there's piping, but there's venting there which carries over somewhere from a closet, and this leads us back to the main room of the house. So where the real advantage is going to come from in this particular property is going to be the lot size, because you've got so much extra space to be able to work off of. Surprisingly, a newer air conditioner. And then this, as we were standing from the front of the house, this gives us an idea of the size of the space. We can go, there's 2-story homes, so we would have to look at what building code will allow, but I'd like the idea of popping the top and going up a level. You have all this space for a garage, so you could even look at doing some type of attached change here and expand based on the yard. Because the yard is so big, you've got a lot of room to be able to play with. There is also, because of in the Los Angeles area, oh wow, you've got this whole second space. Unfortunately, I was told that we do not have a key for it, so we're not going to be able to take a look. But you've got this secondary garage / massive extra building. A lot of people in Los Angeles will look at guest houses, or what they can do with extra space. Also, imagine this area, depending on what you do with the garage and depending on what you do with this back room, you could have a pool house, you could have a pool here, this could be a guest house. There is a pile of really cool options. So, all of this being said, Jeremy, great opinion. I love the pop the top and add a second floor. I have done it many a time, and I'm a big, big fan, because it's a way that you're able to save some construction costs. So shout out to Jeremy Roseth, everyone, because Jeremy is telling us to be able to pop the top on this house. Now, his opinion, the reason he's probably sharing that is because this 1-story you can see is right next door to his 2-story. Now, if you pop that top for this particular property, you're adding square footage, your cost of construction is cheaper than your cost of resale, and you get a lot of fat stacks of cash, which is what we look for when we're real estate investing. So as always, everyone, I love to share homes like this in LA. I love to get opinions. I love to talk all things real estate. So if you have any questions, would like to top shop, or want to know everything about Beverly Hills real estate and the surrounding areas, give me a call, give me an email, connect anytime. I would love to touch base. As always, this is Erik Brown, Beverly Hills real estate agent, signing off.